From Gossip Girl to Shake It Up to Hannah Montana, the shows fans loved weren't quite as loved by every member of the cast. Stay tuned to see the 11 celebs that dissed their own TV shows right here on Listed. Shake It Up stars Zendaya and Bella Thorne always appeared to be real-life besties, but according to Bella, things weren't always friendly between the two, and producers of the show may have played a part in that. She told J14, quote, "Zendaya and I were put in a very unfortunate position where we were kind of forced to compete against each other, which made the whole first season of the show just very awkward for us. We wanted to love each other, but yet we were constantly being put against each other. It was, who's better at this and who's better at that." Ooh, yikes. Young girls shouldn't be getting pit against each other. They should be working together. But we can only assume that the girls worked through that tension because they eventually did become real-life BFFs later in the series. While millions of Gossip Girl fans were devastated to see the show finally come to an end, two members of the cast seemed to be embarrassed about their time on the show. Penn Badgley has famously disagreed with the ending of Gossip Girl. Spoiler alert, he was Gossip Girl. So he said quite a few things about how not plausible that was.
Every time he looked at his cell phone and was like, receiving some blast from Gossip Girl and being blown away by it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that bitch did that to me. Like, she just revealed that I cheated on my, all those times, that was him acting.
Right.
When he was alone. So that means he was completely schizophrenic.
Not only that, when he was promoting his movie Greetings from Tim Buckley, he told Salon, quote, "I can walk a little taller, feeling that I don't have to be constantly apologizing for the work I've done in the past." Well, sheesh. We love Dan Humphrey, but it's understandable that he'd want to gravitate toward more serious work after playing a high school student for so long. And the same applies to our other GG crush, Nate Archibald. Chace Crawford hasn't denounced Gossip Girl quite as harshly, but he's made some disparaging jokes here and there that imply he wasn't too proud of his work on the show. Before the show wrapped, he told Us Weekly, quote, "I'm gonna look for my dignity. My dignity is somewhere on set. I think it happened around season 2. Leading into season 3, it was all out the window." Before Shailene Woodley's widespread fame from The Fault in Our Stars and the Divergent series, she appeared on ABC Family's The Secret Life of the American Teenager. In an interview with Flaunt magazine, she said, quote, "The things that we were preaching on that show weren't really aligned with my own integrity. It was a bit hard to show up for work every day knowing that we were going to project all of these themes to thousands, millions of young adults across the country, when in fact they weren't what I would like to be sending out." And it really was millions. The popular series wrapped in 2013, and since then Shailene has had no problems getting film work and also appearing on the HBO miniseries Big Little Lies. But this next star's diss was so passive-aggressive we could hardly tell that it was a diss. Katherine Heigl played Izzy Stevens on Grey's Anatomy from 2005 to 2010 when she cut short her contract by 18 months to reportedly spend more time with her family, but that may not be 100% true. In 2008, Heigl threw some shade at the writers by telling the LA Times, quote, "I did not feel that I was given the material this season to warrant an Emmy nomination, and in an effort to maintain the integrity of the Academy organization, I withdrew my name from contention." And since then, there has always been speculation that her and the show's producer, Shonda Rhimes, didn't get along. And by speculation, we mean that when Shonda Rhimes talked about the cast of Scandal, she said, quote, "There are no Heigls in this situation." Ooh. In another edition of I Can't Believe They Said That About a Show We Loved Dearly, we have Joe Jonas. He penned an article for New York Magazine titled "Joe Jonas, My Life as a Jonas Brother," and in it he straight up disses his Disney Channel show Jonas, saying, quote, "The only thing about the show was that some of the writing on it was terrible. It just ended up being some weird slapstick humor that only a 10-year-old would laugh at. I had to shave every day because they wanted me to pretend like I was 16 when I was 20. Next up is a brutal bad-mouthing from 2.5 Men star Angus T. Jones, maybe the most brutal considering he was still on the show at the time.
If you watch 2.5 Men, please stop watching 2.5 Men. I'm on 2.5 Men, I don't want to be on it. Please stop watching it. Please stop filling your head with filth.
Uh-oh, those remarks knocked him down to a recurring character on season 11, but before they even started filming, Angus dropped out altogether, saying that he was a paid hypocrite for appearing on the show when he didn't agree with its values. While Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a reality show, it's still possible to be embarrassed by your appearances on it, as Kendall Jenner's rep has made clear. A source revealed that it's hard for her to block off chunks of time to shoot the reality show, and that she certainly doesn't want to have her love life exposed. She thinks that it would only hurt her reputation in the fashion world. Another source revealed, quote, "She's getting more and more prestigious modeling gigs and doesn't want to be dragged down by the tacky Keeping Up with the Kardashian biz anymore." Something tells us that Kendall thinking her appearances on the reality show would harm her rep implies that she's a little bit ashamed of it. Shannen Doherty rose to fame in the 90s following her roles in The Heathers and Beverly Hills 90210, but her appearance on the WB show Charmed was quite short-lived. Her character was killed off in the third season finale amidst rumors that the actress didn't get along with fellow castmate ALYSSA Milano. Aside from the co-star drama, Doherty later criticized the show, saying, quote, "There were a couple moments when I gave the most brutally honest performance I ever could have given as an actor. What you saw came from my gut, and when I looked at those moments on the show, I knew that they weren't being given their proper due because they were on Charmed. It's a show for 12-year-olds. The Cyrus fam has noted their distaste of Hannah Montana on several occasions. Billy Ray Cyrus told GQ, quote, "I'll tell you right now, the damn show destroyed my family." And when asked if he wished Hannah Montana never happened, he added, "I'd take it back in a second. For my family to be here and just have everybody be okay, safe and sound and happy and normal would have been fantastic. Heck yeah, I'd erase it all in a second if I could." And while Miley has said she'd never take it back, she has talked about the pressures that she was under while on the show and how it shaped her into someone she didn't even recognize, saying, quote, "From the time I was 11, it was, you're a pop star. That means you have to be blonde, you have to have long hair, and you have to put on some glittery tight thing. Meanwhile, I'm this fragile little girl playing a 16-year-old in a wig and a ton of makeup. I was made to look like someone I wasn't, which probably caused some body dysmorphia because I had been made pretty every day for so long, and then when I wasn't on the show, I was like, who the am I?" Thankfully, it seems as though Miley has never been happier given her current success and personal life stability and happiness. Now that we've wrapped up all the celebs that diss their own shows, we want to know what you think. Did any of these hurt your heart a little bit to hear? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. After that, click over here to see celebs who hated their own songs. Thanks so much for hanging with me here on Clevver News. I'm your host, Ava Gordy, and I'll see you guys next time.